In today's video, I will teach you how to hoop around your legs, just above your knee region. Now, before we get started, the size of hoop that you use can make a difference in your leg hooping. So let's say if the current hoop you're using just isn't working out, then I recommend trying a different sized hoop. Sometimes just using a larger hoop can make all the difference. And also to reduce the risk and chances of bruising around your legs as you're leg hooping, I don't recommend using heavier weighted sized hoops. Once you have your hoop, you can start leg hooping by stepping into the hoop. And then you want to go ahead and relax your legs and keep them somewhat close together. Because if you're spreading your legs out too far apart while you're leg hooping, it can sometimes be really challenging to keep that hoop up. So once again, try to keep your legs somewhat close together when you first start leg hooping. And then you can go ahead and place that hoop on the back side of your legs, just above your knee region. Then go ahead and wind that hoop up and give it a big spin around your legs. Now right now I'm actually spinning the hoop to the right, but you can also spin the hoop to the left as well. So once you give that hoop a spin around your legs, there are multiple ways that you can leg hoop. One being, you can actually use one of your legs, so right now I'm using my left leg, to help support the majority of my body weight, while I'm using my right leg to help push that hoop around. So every time that hoop is coming around and it's making contact with my leg, I'm actually using my right leg to just give it a little boost in momentum as it goes around to maintain that hoop. And also, if the hoop goes below your knees, sometimes it can be pretty challenging to get that hoop to come back up when you first start leg hooping. So it is okay to just start over at that point and bring the hoop back up, start spinning the hoop again around your legs, and start over. Now, how I'm actually pushing that hoop around, I'm actually pushing my right leg outward while somewhat lifting my heel, which it's not necessary to lift your heel to actually push the hoop. But like I said, I'm shifting my weight on my left leg and using my other leg to help push that hoop around. Now, as I'm pushing the hoop, I can also push my leg to the side as well. And I actually recommend trying different methods to push that hoop. Now, I can actually shift my weight on my other leg as well and use my left leg as my pushing leg. And I actually recommend learning how to shift your weight on both legs when leg hooping, just because that can become helpful later on if you plan on doing other leg hooping related tricks. Another way to leg hoop is you can go ahead and bring both of your legs together, keeping your feet flat on the ground while maintaining a balance between both legs, so not really shifting your weight like in the other position on one leg, but actually kind of going 50-50 with your weight on both legs. And the key here is I'm just kind of slightly bending my legs forward and rocking back and forth to keep that hoop going around my body. Now if I want to speed it up, I can actually speed up my rocking back and forth, bending my legs motion to make that hoop go faster around my body. Now another way to help keep the hoop up is you can actually move your legs from side to side to help maintain that hoop around your legs. Now when it comes to leg hooping, there really isn't one way to leg hoop that's better than the other. I actually recommend learning how to leg hoop in all the different ways that you can leg hoop. Moving your legs in different directions, shifting your weight on different legs, keeping your feet flat on the ground, try lifting your heels. You're just trying different ways to expand the movement that you can do with your legs inside the hoop. It can be very helpful to learn how to move your legs inside the hoop to do different tricks. And also if you plan on dancing inside your hoop, it can be helpful to have that movement range with your legs. And as you get better with your leg hooping, I recommend being aware of what you're doing with your upper body as you're leg hooping and really trying to focus on isolating your upper body in one spot while you leg hoop versus using your upper body to help you leg hoop, which really isn't necessary to do a bunch of upper body movement, and really focus a lot of your movement in your leg region, just slightly bending your legs to help keep that hoop up. Because if you're having to really move your upper body to keep that hoop up as you advance as a hooper, it might be challenging to do other leg hooping related tricks. Or if you just want to dance inside the hoop and you're constantly having to move your body to maintain the hoop around your legs, that's something to think about, is really focus on isolating your upper body so that in the future, if you plan on doing, let's say, multiple hoops, like around your hands or in other positions, it can be easier to hoop on other parts of your body while hooping on your legs at the same time. If you're struggling to control the tilt of your hoop as the hoop spins around your legs, something to keep in mind is the way that you're leg hooping and also the way that you position your feet and legs in the hoop can cause that hoop to tilt. So for instance, right now I'm shifting the majority of the weight on my right leg and I'm using my left leg to push that hoop around my body. Right now I am somewhat pushing upwards with my left leg, lifting my left heel off the ground, which is somewhat causing that hoop to tilt upward a little bit more on this side of my body. Now if I shift my weight over and I use my right leg to push the hoop and start to come up off my heel there, then I can actually cause the hoop to start tilting on my right side of my body. So to balance out that tilt, sometimes the best way to do that is to just come back to center and shifting your weights 50-50 on both legs and just standing up straight, keeping both feet flat on the ground. And this is one way that you can come back to that center to prevent that hoop from tilting in every which way. The type of clothing that you wear can sometimes impact your leg hooping. For example, if you wear clothing that exposes the area of skin above your knee so that the hoop can travel over your skin, sometimes that can make it easier to grip the hoop. Now, something else to think about, and could possibly be an advantage to wearing clothing over your skin when you first start out, is that extra layers of clothes can also help reduce the risk of bruising around your leg area when you hoop. Because especially when you first start out and you leg hoop constantly, it can be really easy to form bruises and sores on your leg from constant leg hooping. So whether you wear clothing that exposes more skin on your leg area versus wearing clothing that covers your legs, I recommend considering the type of clothing that you wear and how it might impact your leg hooping. Hooping around your legs can lead to so many other hoop tricks. Some possible leg hooping related tricks include hooping on one leg, moving your hoop up from your legs to your waist, walking while leg hooping, kick-starting from the ground, stepping out of the hoop to passing the hoop to your hand, various leg hooping reversals, as well as leg hooping in various multi-hoop positions. There are multiple hoop tricks that involve knowing how to hoop around your legs. I recommend exploring the possibilities of leg hooping. That concludes my tutorial on how to hoop around your legs. Thank you and enjoy.